Funny stuff. Not a great day today. Throwing it down with rain, as you can see. Having said that, it was yesterday when we were on our way towards Manchester airport area, and what happened? It stopped raining just after we left, and it was dry for the rest of our walk. So hopefully the same will happen as soon as we get across to Merseyside today. It is going to be, as I say, a very emotional day today.
I think the point he's making is that
David Moyes' last ever home game as Everton manager, and I'm going to it, so that will be a privilege. After 11 years of management, he's leaving. But even more emotionally, this afternoon is Sir Alex Ferguson's last ever home match after more than a quarter of a century in charge. And we will be listening to the second half of that game. We're going to listen to the first half of Stoke Tottenham on the way to Goodison. That's a half-one kick-off, and we will listen to the second half of Man United Swansea from 5 o'clock onwards. So a bit of football commentary to mix in as well. Okay? Well, we're here at Spittal Station, just waiting for our train into the city now. It's due in a couple of minutes, and I will see you later on as the day begins. And here it is now. So we will see you in the city a bit later on, okay? And I just hope this rain stops. I really do. Oh yes.
Past announcements. The next station is Liverpool James Street, with this train serving.
She certainly isn't very amused about the weather. And neither am I. Let's go. Most of Liverpool Central stations are closed. There's all engineering works going on today. Sunday, bloody Sunday for you. So we're going to have to walk through the city centre. Time is 1:15, less than 2 hours now until kick-off, but 15 minutes until Stoke Tottenham, the early match, begins. Well, there's a hammer, as you can see. One of a good 2,000 or 3,000 that will be in the away end at Goodison later, me included. We're going to get quite wet though. I've just got a feeling we're going to get quite wet. Just over 5 minutes to go until that half-one game kicks off. Fairly happy times at Stoke. And let me wish them a happy 150th birthday. Founded in 1863, they're the oldest current Premier League club in the division. And they can play this game safe in the knowledge that they're as good as guaranteed to be in it next season. They're on 41 points, they're 6 above Wigan, they're on 35, with a far better goal difference than Wigan. And they've only got 6 to play for. So there you are. And there's the Premier League music. Coming live from the Britannia Stadium. So the players shaking hands. Kick-off is in just a few minutes. And by the way, it is TalkSport providing today's commentary. They've got the whole game. However, we're only going to listen to the first half, as we will be in Goodison by the time this match reaches its second half. And as you can see, owing to the continued downpours, we've had to put our hat on. Anyways, the game is kicking off as we speak. It's half-one. Let's go. Oh my God! Less than 90 seconds. There's been a goal. Inside 2 minutes of their lot broken. And Tottenham, they had a big hill to climb to get into the Champions League before today, after not winning at Chelsea midweek, despite drawing. They've now got a mountain to climb. It's Stoke that have taken the lead. From a set piece, I think. I didn't catch the scorer, but it's Stoke 1, Tottenham 0. Arsenal fans will be licking their lips. Chelsea fans won't care either way. The Spurs will be concerned. The worst possible start is Stoke 1, Tottenham 0. Well, this building to the right is one of Liverpool's 2 cathedrals. At least it was before that tour bus got in the way. There it is. It is the Metropolitan Cathedral, affectionately known as Paddy's Wigwam. and it's the newer of the city's two cathedrals. So yeah, we were actually walking south, the opposite direction to Goodison Park for the first 200 yards, but we've now turned left, we're heading east, and in a few more minutes we will turn left again to be heading north, and it's a straight road all the way to Goodison Park after that. By the way, it was a set piece, it was a Charlie Adam delivery, and Stephen and Zonzi got the goal. So Stoke beaten Tottenham so far, about 6 minutes gone. Well, here's a better view of the cathedral. The trees in the foreground, making it a very nice shot. It's a grand building, isn't it? I've never been in it so far. I've been in the other one, the old cathedral, but not this. Yeah, this is very much University Quarter. The University of Liverpool, one of the three in this city, and most would say the most prestigious of the three. By the way, must be something to do with the weather, but a bit of a technical glitch at Stoke. Their scoreboard, well, it might have been corrected by now, but as of about 3 minutes after taking the lead, it still said Stoke 0, Tottenham 0. I didn't know they were that pessimistic. They don't even want to believe they're ahead. Some interesting Premier League trivia for you. That goal that Stoke just scored, it's the 1000th Premier League goal of this season. So congratulations to Stoke for achieving that. They also got the 1000th last season. However, it was a Peter Crouch own goal, so it was at the to the benefit of a different team. But Stoke have made up for that this year. They've scored at the right end this time. And most recent years in the Premier League, the 1000 goal mark has been hit, and thanks to them it has again, with still about 17, 18 matches to go this year yet. Various road signs. We're going to go left here. About a quarter of an hour of this game has elapsed so far, as these luscious green trees shield me from the rain. You can often tell just by looking at the clouds whether it's likely to stop raining. I'm confident that it is going to, but I'm going to continue to get wet for now, it seems. I'm afraid it's turning out to be same old story for Tottenham. Last season they were doing so well coming into the run-in, and they fell apart in the spring, and Arsenal and Chelsea took them Champions League places from them, and it's on the verge of happening again at this rate. Tottenham just scored, it seemed to be a nice goal, but it's been ruled out offside, and if Tottenham fail to win today, not lose, if Tottenham don't win today and Arsenal can beat Wigan at home on Tuesday, then owing to Arsenal's far superior goal difference, that will be it. Tottenham will be condemned to no Champions League football, without the last day drama even to be. So it's imperative for Spurs that they win this. All the pressure is on them. Stoke have nothing to play for. Yes, Chelsea of course virtually guaranteed Champions League football for next season with that win at Villa yesterday, when the weather was somewhat better than this. 20 minutes have gone at the Britannia Stadium. 20 minutes have gone at the Britannia Stadium, and there's been a second goal, and this time it does count. And this time the Spurs fans are celebrating for sure. A wonderful equaliser. He's lobbed the keeper. I don't know who has, but it's a lob over the keeper. And the Spurs are level. 1-1, game on. We're edging ever closer to Everton. USA, USA. A reference to Clint Dempsey. It was Clint Dempsey that got the equaliser for Tottenham. His 7th Premier League goal of the season, apparently. So, we're going to turn left. Yeah. Forgive me for shouting all the time, but with all the city traffic, I don't think you can really blame me. About 25 minutes gone. It's 1-1 at the Britannia Stadium. Spurs have a corner as we walk through the barren wastelands of Liverpool, and it's been defended. Still 1-1. It is still raining, but I'm confident that the rain is dying down slowly. The sky's looking brighter. So let's keep going. Over an hour yet until kick-off, just under an hour, just over an hour. This match is one of 7 Premier League games today. There are 5 games at 3 o'clock and there's one kicking off at 4 p.m. We're going to walk through these gardens, this park. That's where we're going to walk through. Half an hour gone at the Britannia Stadium. It remains 1-1 at the moment. So the 3 o'clock kickoffs, Everton West Ham United, there's Norwich West Brom, QPR Newcastle. So after this match finishes, there are 5 games at 3 o'clock, namely Everton versus West Ham United, which we're heading to. There is Sunderland Southampton in the northeast, Norwich West Brom in East Anglia, what an important game that is, and 2 games in the capital, QPR Newcastle and Fulham Liverpool, both in West London. And it's off for the emotional affair at Old Trafford at 4 o'clock, where Man United take on Swansea City. Some great views of the city and the estuary coming up here. We will show you them as we go. Let's stop a minute and admire the views. The suburbs against the backdrop of the estuary, the Wirral, and they're the main city centre buildings. Stunning sights. And this is a guide to everything that you can see from up here, from the viewpoint. Just in case you didn't know what each building was. Yeah. 35 minutes gone. Nothing's happened since. But wait a minute. Chance for Stoke there. Tottenham have just about got it away in the game that they have to win. 1 point is not much good for Spurs. 3 is. And Tottenham are on the attack now. Handball shout. It's going to be a corner to Spurs though. They wanted a penalty. Rob Hoot, the Stoke defender, they think a handball off him, but he won't be given. Another Spurs corner, but another wasted one. 38 minutes gone. Still 1-1 as we approach the latter minutes of the first half. First team news coming in from the 3 o'clock games. We don't know anything for sure from Goodison yet. Now that we've left the park though, it's all north from here. In fact, them 3 blokes in the distance are likely Evertonians. Just follow the blue shirts. Most of the Claret and Blue minority will be coming off the coaches, I guess. We're fast approaching half time here. The score remains 1-1, but more controversy there surrounding a challenge from a Stoke player, I think. All I heard was fans booing. I don't know which set of fans, but just heard a lot of boos. In the meantime, there's a chance here. Another Tottenham chance, another Stoke save. Spurs definitely the better side overall in this half, but it's still 1-1. Well, we're very much on the final approach to Goodison Park here. We haven't seen many fans so far. Oh, chance there. That was a Stoke chance. It's a corner for Stoke, I think. But we've not really seen many Evertonians head into the game so far, but I can see a load in the distance. We're not far away now. We should be down in about 15 minutes time. 15 minutes time. Half-time whistle has gone at the Britannia Stadium. It's 1-1 there. And best of luck to both teams in the second half, but our focus now is on Goodison Park. You can see loads of fans on both sides of the ground, and you might just about be able to make out the park end stand in the distance. We are very close now, indeed. There's Stanley Park over there. We're ahead of schedule, so we're going to spend 10 minutes walking around the stadium just to get a bit of the atmosphere. As we go past the Everton shop. A club of great tradition. A great Goodison atmosphere. Even the bagpipes are out. The weather's not great, but it's going to be an emotional afternoon, whatever happens. Especially for the home team. All the Everton legends there. Yeah, we're near the northwest corner of the ground here, near the old church, and we're just going to turn right and walk along the Gladys Street stand, which is Everton's coppers, if you like. Yeah, there it is. We actually can't go that way, so we will carry on a bit further. Okay. What an atmosphere. So we're approaching the northeast corner of the ground. We're going to turn right here and walk up along the Bullen stand, and just at the end of there to the right, the away fans enter the ground, and that's where I'm entering it. A great Merseyside atmosphere. Half an hour till kick-off. In fact, no, 25 minutes till kick-off, but still well on schedule. And from West Ham fans' perspective, the pressure's off. Even if we get walloped here today, I don't care. Because we're just going to enjoy the atmosphere and celebrate being safe. Which has been for 2 weeks now, by the way. But yeah, West Ham fans will agree it's been a good season, whatever happens. And just give it a go, hopefully get a goal, and that will satisfy me. So there you are. And we're just going to enter the ground to the right. There. Well, it's time for me to enter the ground. And hopefully a great game today with a few goals, at least for the neutrals. And hopefully the weather will improve as well. So I will see you on the other side. And it's going to be an emotional day inside that ground. And good luck to both teams, but especially West Ham in their last away game of the campaign. Let's go.
Also, happy birthday to Nathan, happy 18th birthday, happy 6th birthday to Daniel. This is an Everton Football Club announcement for all West Ham United supporters. In the interests of your fellow supporters, especially those with young children, would you please remain seated during normal play, as their view is severely restricted due to persistent standing. Anyone who persistently stands may be ejected from the stadium. Thank you.
And there you are. It's all over at Goodison Park. Me and most of the Hammers fans haven't stayed behind to see it, but David Moyes is getting an emotional farewell as we speak. He's come out onto the pitch to a standing ovation. The players have given him a guard of honour. Just been listening to it all on the radio now. In terms of the score, the result, it is a league double over the Hammers, unfortunately for me. An easy 2-0 win on paper, and that's pretty much, it was quite an easy win. They definitely deserved the 2-0 win. West Ham United, we're not good enough today. I showed you some of the West Ham chances, the best one of which was Andy Carroll hitting the post towards the end, but fair play. I enjoyed myself. The West Ham fans from start to finish were as loud, as passionate and funny as ever, and it was a pleasure to be with them and join in. So come rain or shine, it's great to be a West Ham United fan at any game, especially an away game in that respect, and especially at home for the East End atmosphere. All smiles at West Ham United. Happy days in the East End and for Goodison Park. It's not emotional. And there you are. I would also like to add once again, David Moyes, it's been a pleasure seeing you as Everton manager for the last 11 years, and I will forever hold it as an honour to have been in attendance at your last ever home game, despite being on the opposition team. David Moyes, the legend, and there he is. We zoomed into it at one point as well. Now, as soon as I cross this road, I'm going to talk to you about the other 3 o'clock games and how they finished. Some very interesting score lines. If you're a Wigan fan, you won't be too pleased, but for some of those teams just above them, it's been a good day. It's a party atmosphere in the East Anglia. Norwich destroyed West Bromwich Albion 4-0, their best home win of the season. West Brom atrocious, Norwich brilliant. They're safe, congratulations Norwich. Newcastle, they're safe. They won at QPR. I don't know the score, but they did win there. Indeed. Right, also, I don't know the score, but Southampton got a draw with Sunderland. Sunderland are as good as safe. Sorry, Southampton are as good as safe. Sunderland are nearly there. They should stay up, assuming Wigan don't win their last 2. And Liverpool went behind through Berbatov at Fulham, but Coutinho contributed to eventually winning 3-1. So Liverpool come from behind to win 3-1 at Fulham. And there are all the results. It's the second half now, by the way. We're into the second half of the Old Trafford game, the Ferguson farewell. I've no idea what the score is there, but I'm just about to put the headphones back into my ears to find out and listen to it. I will give you an update later on. And I would also like to wish all of the West Ham United fans that made the long trip up north today a safe journey home on the coaches, the cars, all the trains. A very small minority, including me, have made shorter journeys from up north, but most of them have come from down south, and a safe journey home to all of you that made it today. Now, just a quick update from Old Trafford. United were 1 goal up at half time, and right at the beginning of the second half, just as I switched on the radio, Swansea had equalised, and they're threatening to spoil the party. We wanted to spoil Everton's party, we couldn't do it, and Swansea, they're trying to do it at Old Trafford. They haven't managed it yet, but they're on course to. You just know though that someone will pop up with a winner for United and make it Fergie's day. I can see it now. But an update when I get home on it, okay? And furthermore, I still don't know how Stoke Tottenham finished. I'm going to just get home and then conclude everything, okay? And so ends an emotional afternoon, an emotional day, an emotional weekend, an emotional week. For the last 7 days has produced, that is without question, the most significant piece of breaking football news in Premiership history. We all knew that it was going to happen one day, but none of us knew for certain that it was going to be just now. The imminent retirement of Sir Alex Ferguson. Now, let me just clarify how today's results finished on a very emotional weekend. Firstly, the half-1 kick-off. It was Stoke versus Tottenham, and it was 1-1 at half-time. It didn't finish that way. As I've done a couple of times recently, Spurs managed to find a late winner and it was the much maligned Emmanuel Adebayor who got it 7 minutes from time. His second game in a row that he scored in after getting a goal at Chelsea midweek. And it's a priceless 3 points for Tottenham that keeps their top 4 ambitions alive. Now, in terms of the 3 o'clock kickoffs, we know about Everton's 2-0 win against the Hammers. And we told you that Liverpool came from behind to win 3-1 at Fulham. What I didn't tell you was that Daniel Sturridge got all 3 of their goals. A hat-trick for him. That's something like 9 goals in 13 appearances. Very impressive. Berbatov, just after half an hour, gave Fulham the lead. I think it was with a penalty. Sturridge equalised a few minutes later. And then after half-time, 2 more goals for Liverpool. As Fulham lose their last 4 consecutive home games and get booed off by their fans. They were already safe. And another team that are safe are Newcastle, who got 3 points up the road at QPR. They came from behind as well in a 2-1 win. Remy gave QPR a lead with a penalty. Hassan Ben Arfa equalised with a controversial penalty for Newcastle not long later. And it was won in the second half, 9 minutes from time, by one of Newcastle's many French arrivals. I don't know who scored it. So Newcastle can celebrate, they're happy. On Wearside though, it finished 1-1 between Sunderland and Southampton. No other team are absolutely safe yet, but they should both survive. Both goals in the second half. Midway through the second half, Sunderland took the lead, and the Saints then equalised to cancel out the Black Pats goal about 9 minutes later, I think it was. So the Black Cats, rather than the Black Pats, or whatever I said, had to settle for a point. One team that didn't get a point though, that got 3 points, are Norwich City. And they can celebrate. Happy days for the Canaries of East Anglia. They're chirping away because they're safe. A brilliant win. Not only have they got 3 points, but they got 4 goals as well. A 4-0 win against West Brom. One up in the first half and then 3 more in the second half. And Norwich will be in the Premier League next season, that's for sure. And lastly, but not leastly, in the evening match, I told you that it was 1-1 between Man United and Swansea. And I was sure that United would probably find a late winner just to give Ferguson his win, make his day, and give him the perfect send-off. And that's exactly what happened. After Chicharito had given United the lead in the first half, 3 minutes from time in the second, they got that win to win 2-1. They got that goal to secure a 2-1 win. But an unlikely scorer, with Rio Ferdinand getting his first goal in 5 years. Michu had previously equalised for the Swans in 49 minutes. I think I've clarified everything. Let me just say that it was an incredible tie. There was also a championship playoff between Watford and Leicester. A few days earlier, Leicester won 1-0 at the Walker Stadium. The King Power Stadium, I think it's called now. They won 1-0 there. And at Vicarage Road, it was an incredible game. Watford took a lead. Leicester equalised 4 minutes later early on. Then Watford took the lead to go 2-1 up and 2-2 in aggregate in the second half. And then a Leicester player cheated, dived to win a penalty deep into stoppage time. And justice was done because the Watford keeper saved the penalty and saved the rebound. And then Watford went at the other end and scored a last-minute winner with the last kick of the game. Last kick of the tie to win the tie 3-2 in aggregate, 3-1 on the day. They did a Doncaster basically, just like Doncaster did to secure promotion against Brentford. Incredible stuff. And the winner and the goal was scored by Troy Deeney, who's the guy that got sent off against Leeds and missed the first leg. So the Hornets are buzzing. They're off to Wembley, and Gianfranco Zola will make the short trip down the London Overground line. Yeah, just a 15-minute journey on the London maybe 15 minutes to half an hour journey on the London Overground line from Watford to Wembley. And either Crystal Palace or Brighton and Hove Albion will meet them. They drew 0-0 a few days ago at Selhurst Park. It was goalless at Selhurst Park. They meet at the Withdean Stadium. How many times have they done that? They meet at the Amex Stadium tomorrow night to see who will play Watford in the final. So it should be interesting. But from an emotional day in the Premier League, The weather wasn't so good today. It was better yesterday. But it's been an emotional weekend. Farewell, David Moyes at Everton. Farewell, Sir Alex Ferguson at United. Only 1 week left in the Barclays Premier League. And it promises to be an emotional conclusion. And the only two teams that are likely to be playing for anything are Arsenal and Tottenham, who would be battling it out for that final Champions League space. So join us for all the action as the season comes to an end, the 2012-2013 campaign. Thank you, and good night.